fixer drone detected. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue initiating rogue protocol. Rogue fixer drone detected. System back online. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Rogue agent nearby.
Agents, what's going on? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's build video is going to be quite a special one. This is going to be the one-shot sticky bomb build. There's a lot to explain. Before we get into the actual individual pieces, when I go over everything, I want to explain something to you guys that's very important to note. Now, the sticky bomb can one-shot players. It's very, very strong. There are a few things you need to run though. It is a little bit situational, but it's actually quite easy to use the way I've done it. Now, this is by no means the only way or the best way to run a sticky bomb. All my builds are templates for you guys to work upon and adapt to your own playstyle. Just a quick disclaimer, guys. So I would love to see in the comments any ideas of how we can make this even stronger. I am hitting about 1.4, 1.5, if I get my shot right, million. So 1.4, 1.5 million damage to enemy players in the dark zone and in conflict. That's if you really hit them straight on, because the radius, the further the player is away from the center of the explosion, the less damage it deals. I don't know exactly how it scales, but it's quite significant. So we need to just keep that in mind. You need to try and hit your shots, actually get it on the player or right below them. That's the best way to do it. Now, you're probably wondering something, energize, because as we all know, the game works for skill tiers. This is the build, but before we get into the explanation, we have 6 skill tiers. That is the max. Now, energize is a way of you getting the full utilization of the skills, and I'm going to show you guys why we are not going to use that. So using an armor kit gives us +1 skill tier. So if already at tier 6, which we are, it gives us overcharge. Now you're probably wondering, what is overcharge if you don't know? Overcharge on the sticky bomb, if we have a look, we are currently tier 6, which gives us 60% damage. The talent that I have chosen is easier to proc. It doesn't last as long, but you can shoot it in the time that the backpack tent that I've chosen procs. This will only give us a 20% damage increase. It's not worth it. The blast radius would make it a lot easier, but maybe on console. So you guys need to gauge this. Is very important. You need to gauge this, because if you're on console and you're not really good at aiming, I would go for overcharge, because it gives you the blast radius. Now we are going to be getting more damage from the talent that I'm using, but you get more blast radius with overcharge. So as you guys can see, it's 20% increase from 60 to 80. The backpack talent that I am using gives us, for 3 seconds, which is enough time by the way, because it constantly refreshes, gives us 25% damage. That's an extra 5% damage, and for me that's fine, because I generally hit my shots. I hit it on players, I hit them right below them. It's not that hard on PC, but remember that, guys. So let's get straight into the build. I just wanted to explain it to everybody so you understand. So it'll be a little bit less damage but more radius. So this is going to be a 0-1-10, which is just all into electronics. We want to just focus on using the sticky bomb. Now you can actually heal yourself really well with this build, but I don't want to focus too much on that, because this isn't exactly a healer build. We're not utilizing healing talents, because there are huge ways of healing yourself, which I will be making builds on very shortly. So don't worry about that one, guys. So the first piece that we're going to need, the first thing you're going to need is to make sure that you are using the demolitionist specialization. Why? Because we get extra explosive damage. It's quite important. Now, if you have a build and you struggle to reach the skill tier, if you want to use this, you're going to be lacking damage, but it will give you amped, which gives you a skill tier. So you got to gauge it and see if it's worth it, because we are getting 10% increased explosive damage. So you guys need to figure out whether or not that'll help your build or not. So make sure this is active. We're going to be using LMGs you can use whatever you want. LMGs are really strong right now. It's completely up to you guys. I just picked my LMG because it's a pretty good one. So on the LMG, this is where things get quite interesting. So I'm using this LSW because it's really good fire rate. The accuracy is not bad, and we've got Spike. So Spike, if you guys did not know, is very, very good to use. For 8 seconds, you get 20% skill damage just by shooting a guy in the head. That's it. One shot in the head and you get, for 8 seconds, you get Spike. It's so easy to use, and it just works so well. That's why I've done this build in the way that you only have to shoot enemies. You don't even have to, because in Overcharge, you have to proc an armor kit. On this build, you don't have to. You just shoot the guy once, and then you shoot your sticky bomb. That's how easy it can be to use this. Now, it doesn't sound easy, but if you're quick at swapping your skill, like if you have on your mouse or you've got a special button, you just quickly click to shoot your sticky bomb. This is extremely easy. Now, I haven't tried this in PvE. I wouldn't recommend using this build in PvE if you do use Seeker Mines, but the sticky bomb, this is great for PvP. So make sure you guys have done that. Now, when we're modding it, it's not too important. I would personally, depending on your playstyle, and if you're on console or PC, go for accuracy. But I have gone for crit chance, and extra rounds. It doesn't really matter as long as you guys can hit the headshots. Make sure you got Spike. It's very important. I do have the Nemesis. If you guys were wondering what the damage is like on this build, it's 1.9. I can get it up to 2 million base damage, which is really nice. I got a decent roll as well, crit chance. It doesn't recharge like it used to. It doesn't give you extra headshot damage, unfortunately, but it is pretty nice to have over there. Now, we don't have any more holstered talents, unfortunately. If you guys wanted to use a damage talent on your gun and then maybe swap to this to use what we're currently using over here, you could put a Spike on your pistol if you would like to, if it even rolls on pistols. I'm not even sure. Put Spike on there. It might be a bit more tricky, but it's viable. So we've got 660k armor, 271k health. We're going to go over all the pieces. So the reason why I've chosen hardwired, there's reasons for this, guys, because you could put other skill damage talents on your chest piece, but the reason why this is so good is because we get skill haste, skill damage, and repairing. And the best part of this is when you shoot a sticky bomb, it instantly comes back. And when you swap and use your other skill, let's say you want to use a Seeker Mine or whatever to even do more damage, you actually get skill damage and repair. It goes up by 10%. And the whole reason why this is so great is because whenever you use a cancel skill, your other skills automatically refreshed. You can just keep firing sticky bombs. That's why it's so important. And then if you stack skill haste, you get your sticky bomb back every 5 seconds. If you can put skill haste, a bit more skill haste than I have. I've gone more for damage to show you guys that the one shot is possible. So go for skill damage. That's what you want to roll on your gear, on your pieces. This is by no ways min-maxed. So we've got one skill tier. Skill damage, repair skills works. It helps with healing yourself. This is also quite interesting. The reason why I've gone for the chest piece is from 10% damage and repair to 25%, which is huge. That is a huge jump. That's 15% extra damage and repair. 25% is great, and I really recommend utilizing this and using it. On the holster, I've also gone for skill tier. Obviously, you need skill tier on every core attribute. Then status effects, I would rather go for skill damage. So it is possible to get more damage on this build, guys. So don't be fooled. Now, I'll tell you exactly how we can one-shot agents and what's the highest amount of armor which you will not be able to one-shot at the end of the video. So stick around. Then the Wyvern Wear is important to have. Why? Because you get 10% skill damage. Roll skill damage and nice repair skills, 20%. That's why I can heal myself so well. Repair skills again with the mod. So when you're modding all your gear, go for skill haste and repair skills, depending on how much you want to be healing yourself or getting your sticky bomb back as quick as possible. It's completely up to you guys. This is the very interesting talent that I really recommend using. This gives you more damage than Energize, but less radius. I think it's worth it. You just have to shoot an enemy, so you don't have to just be a bot hiding in cover waiting to shoot your sticky bomb. You guys understand what I mean. You can actually be doing damage and then just swap to your sticky, and you only need 1 second to shoot your sticky bomb. So don't worry, the 3 seconds gives you plenty of time. It's really good, easy to use, and it constantly refreshes. So I recommend using it, guys. Then on the gloves, we're going to go for damage as well. Don't forget damage. Knee pads, very important. This is very important. We need one piece of China Light for that 15% explosive damage. I've got skill damage again, and explosive resistance is a must in case you sticky bomb yourself. Can I be honest, guys? If I have one-shotted myself a few times, it's quite embarrassing. If I can roll maybe another 10 to 15%, I probably will be able to survive. So you can mitigate this build. There are ways. We're going to go through the stats quickly. There's nothing too special. You guys need to... It's not about weapon damage and all that. We do have 25% explosive damage. You guys let me know if you can stack more, how much damage is on your sticky bomb. So we're going to go over that exactly now. How much damage do we have? Now, the secondary skill that we can use, it's endless. I'm going to tell you guys what my recommendations are. Do not use the Hive. If you're in a mission in PvE, use the Hive. If you're running around the DZ, the normal drone is so strong right now to heal. It's actually doing 120% extra armor repair, which is actually crazy. So it depends. Now, Energize isn't really worth it these days, especially because we've only got we've only got like 4 armor kits, so it doesn't work that well. So trust me, guys, I don't recommend using that. The Chem Launcher is really good for healing your teammates because you get 60% radius, 120% heal, and it just comes back so quick. So you know, you could use healing skills as well, or you can just go straight flat out damage. I mean, if you look at our Seeker Mine, we are doing 3.5 million damage, 641k. If you throw a Seeker Mine in your Sticky Bomb, you'll kill anyone. You'll kill 2 groups. It's very, very strong. And we're going to go over the Sticky Bomb now, the main attraction. How much damage have we got PvP? Remember, this is a PvP build. 970k. Now, if you min-max your build, I've seen we can get it to about 1.2, 1.3 million, which will one-shot up to 1.8 million armor on players. Now, this is a disclosure, guys. This build, currently, with everything procced, you can one-shot someone with 1.4 million armor. Over that, they'll have a little bit of health left. You won't one-shot them. But if you can min-max it more than I've got mine, you might even do it. You might even go up to 2 million. So that is it. If a player has between 1.3, possibly 1.3 to 1.5, you probably won't one-shot them. But most players aren't even using more than 1 because it's a DPS-orientated meta right now, but this is a great way to mitigate it. And even if you want to use the Hive as your secondary, the Hive is just unbelievably strong right now. It does so much damage in PvP, and no one's got hazard protection, and the range is high. It's really tanky. It's really, really fun to use. So yeah, that's just the one-shot Sticky Bomb build. I hope you guys don't mind me, but I needed to explain a couple things. I don't want to just go over it very fast, because you can see, you could even just pause the video and look at the build and say, oh, I'm going to copy that. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comments. If you guys understand how I use it, all I have to do with this build is shoot you once in the head, 1 bullet, and I get to one-shot up to 1.4 million players, depending on the explosive resistance. So definitely please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Division 2 videos, build videos, vendor resets, all that good stuff. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.